First game on Saturday is the Ndrua versus the Blues in Fiji. No near injuries for the Ndrua. We have Perifeta with a shoulder injury, Nepo Laulala with a calf on the returns column. No returns from the Ndrua. Lamani has a knee bruise.
Yeah, no, there is possible returns. Lamani might be back, and the White Shark might be back from.
Might be back. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
And then we've got Dalton Papali'i from the Blues from his rib injury.
Was it rib or rib / All Blacks rest? Is kind of, I don't know. Maybe it was from the rib. This one, look, we can talk about your favorite Drua player all week if you want.
Yes, please. So, Asafa Marcy, mate, he is a weapon, and when they don't play him, they lose by 30, 40 points. So start him for the rest of the year, please.
Proof's in the pudding. No, I agree. Look, when we talk about the Drua, some of the most exciting players are the centres. So they've got obviously Calavetti, Ruvavau, and Marcy and Vota. Last week we saw, I think starting was Vota in at 12 and Michael Naitakani.
Who bagged himself a try.
Yeah, who was great actually in his first start. But look, I think we definitely want to see Ruvavau in at 12, and then I think you've said Marcy's definitely played his best footy in at 13 instead of on the wing. But we want to see them around, certainly on the field, ideally starting, and that will make a big difference. I guess the lineup at 13 is a big one because you're going up against Rieko Ioane, so that's going to be a very important position on the field. The Drua last week, obviously beaten quite comprehensively by the Chiefs, played some great footy, but just didn't stay in the game. How do they? I don't know. What do they change against the Blues? Because it's going to be, whilst the Blues aren't as much of an attacking-minded, all-out team as the Chiefs, they can be if the game goes that way. And so, I guess, what do the Drua need to do differently against the Blues?
Look, I think the balance of their back row is important. Thanakai Vata, when he's played, I think he does fill a role of maybe a 6 or 8 more so than 7. Miramira, Salawa are 2 men that can fill that 7 jersey definitely, I think, better. Salawa, I mean, he's a brilliant player. He's got to be starting that 7 jersey. I'd find a way potentially to get Miramira on. Throki and the Veta isn't offering enough. If Darren Alangi's there, that's it for me. It's probably Salawa, Miramira, Darren Alangi. If not, it's Thanakai Vata at 8. And I think you've got punch. I think you've got ability to steal the ball, slow down the ball. And it's a dangerous back row. I don't think the balance was right with some players missing last week for them.
I agree. I think Salawa out was a huge one. I'm not sure if he was just out rested, but he's clearly been, he's their form back rower for sure. Just gets into absolutely everything. Miramira was really impressive that week, but Kanako Vata's been really good in the couple of starts he's gotten now. And I think you want Darren Alangi, your captain, in there if he's fit.
You also got Joe Damani. So do you chuck him in lock or do you chuck him in 6?
Oh, Joe Tamani. I forgot about him. Wow, he's been awesome at 6. I don't think they've ever played him at lock. Unless it's been like they've lost enough players through injury. But you'd say earlier on in the year, the form back rowers would be Tamani at 6, Salawa at 7, and then Darren Alangi or Kanakavada at 8.
Miramira on the bench.
Yeah, Miramira on the bench. So yes, look, one of a combo of them, but I think you can say for sure Salawa's starting. If Darren Alangi's fit, he's starting, and then it's choose your 6, I guess, choose your weapon there. But look, I agree. These guys really need to work hard at the breakdown and their carries, and they kind of pop up all over the field. But for mine, the thing that if the Drua are going to be any shot in this game, they've got to improve is their set piece. And first and foremost, it's the swim. When I say the set piece, their line out is actually being very, very good. They scored quite a few points off line outs, and they just kind of they have so many people that can jump, and they're all very athletic. So they've been great in the line out, but the scrum has just been getting absolutely destroyed. And I think part of this is because they keep chopping and changing their front row all the time. Obviously, Tavita Ikanaveri, their hooker, has been starting consistently and one of their best players. But they just chop and change the props out all the time. I think.
Can I throw a spanner in the works there? They won 9 from 10 of their scrums against the Chiefs, and the Chiefs won 6 from 9. But for some reason, even if they're getting the ball out, they never. Sorry,
is that? I feel like that can't be right. Really?
I'll back the stats, mate. But they certainly never feel safe and strong in the scrum, and they rightfully at times take quick taps, do things like that rather than back the scrum or back their set piece. Then it's not used as a tool for them, I don't think.
Was it the week before then that they just got absolutely destroyed?
They've definitely struggled. They've definitely struggled throughout the year. So you're not wrong, but they've shown glimpses. But yeah, it's okay. not
amazing. Because I don't know why. I just thought they were getting ripped apart by the Chiefs. But
mate, 9 for 9, 9 for 9 against the Brumbies. Maybe we aren't seeing it, but
just stop there with the stats now. Don't make me look worse. All
right, let's check the Rebels. This is just to see what we think.
You're loving it. Going
14 from 15. Let's just keep scrolling. Hear me out. We're going back to the Highlanders. So this is a while back. This is a month ago, mate. They're 8 from 9.
Yeah, but against the Highlanders,
against the Reds. We'll find one here that backs you. 7 from 7 against the Reds. They've probably been the best scrumming team in Super Rugby.
The Drua actually has the best scrum in the competition, and I can just go fuck myself.
It's definitely not a. It's not been a force though. If they're getting the ball, that's good, but it's not. They're not utilizing it as a tool to set themselves for points. They're just
What about the lineouts then? Am I getting confused with the Moana? Because I know Moana's lineouts are are awesome. They're one of the best form teams with lineouts, and they score quite a lot of their tries off lineouts. How's the Drua performing in their lineouts?
I think the Drua have been decent, but maybe not as good as their scrums. But no, they've been pretty good at the lineouts as well.
I'm clutching here. But no, okay, let's move on. Let's talk about the Blues. You know what I mean? So, the Drua, I think we've said what do they need to do differently? It's, I've said set pace. I've been clearly wrong, but it's always discipline. Discipline's a big one, and staying in at the 80 minutes. Yeah. So I think we've said, we know what the pack lineup will be. We're saying with the outside backs, ideally you want to get Ravovo and Marcy on there. Ravatamunda's definitely getting picked, and then it's really, there's Aroni Sau, Troasesi, Sama Vodre, kind of just any of those. I prefer to see Marcy either in at centre or on the bench. I don't think he's been great on the wing.
In at centre, that's where you prefer to see him. There's no other options. For the Blues, if Perif Franchise is out, mate, you'll like to hear it. Zahn Sullivan, a good choice to come in at fullback for them. He's had some great cameos and was on fire off the bench last week. He's scoring 3 tries actually in the last 2 weeks. But back to their full strength back row with Akira maybe back, Kagi. We don't know if he's good enough. I know you think he is. Papali and Satutu. What do you think about that?
Akira's starting, mate. He's the best back row in this competition. Akira, Papali and Satutu, I don't know of a scarier back row than that. So that's awesome. And yeah, it'll be a big job we were talking up the Drua back rowers, but it'll be a big job for them to really try and disrupt that breakdown. I guess other things about that have got, obviously, Patrick Tuipulotu and Sam Darry has been really, really good, I think, since coming back from injury for the Blues. And up front, they've always just had this, plethora of amazing props to pick from. So even if Laulala's out, they've still got, Tuanga Fasi, both the Lay brothers. I don't know. I forget who else. Like Hodgman's been out, Renata's been out, and Ricky Riccatelli's been awesome in at hooker, usurping Kurt Eklund this year.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, he backed himself another 2 tries, I think, last week. But yeah, so very strong pack from the Blues. And I guess, the back line of the Blues is always incredibly strong. We had the fantasy man of the round last week, Caleb Clark, absolutely tearing everyone up. Plummer and Rico in the centres. I think Plummer's been really, really good. I don't know if we see RTS come in and play again, Nels. The way
Look, he's got to find his way back into the squad, probably off the bench. In my opinion, Plummer's been very good. If you cover him, you've got him there. You've got Bowden Barrett. You can shift to fullback. You can have Plummer shift into 10. So you've got the ability maybe to hold a Roger Tuivasa-Sheck on the bench in place of maybe a Bryce Heem, and then have to work his way back into the start. But yeah, look, the Blues will want to play a territory game here. They won't want to keep the ball in field when they're kicking the ball. You don't want to do that against the Fijians. But this is going to be a cracking game. Both teams wanting to throw the ball around. How do you see this one playing out?
Yep, I see the Blues winning this one, and I'm going to say ultimately comfortably. I'm going to go by 18.
Yeah, I think it's going to be quite comfortable as well. I'm going to go the low-lying outlier and go 17.
Nice, very good. You got one back on me.